I asked her.
Powerful.
So this I thought of it.
She knew what was going on.
No, I was working in Camarillo. But at least I was reading the Bhagavad Gita, so I guess that was something, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
A lot.
I was there from 10 to 5 in Camarillo, so all day.
Yeah, that was very exciting day. There's so many religious traditions they spoke about there.
If you want to read, you can borrow my book.
No, that's okay.
Because I get all kinds of problems.
So shall I face this way or shall I face this way?
Should we all?
Because
Face the
if
front
people
door.
sit in front, I know
We
empty.
can all come closer in the middle. How about that? And that'll be easier for you too.
Sit there.
Yes. I don't know what, I wasn't here last week, so I don't know
We
what
didn't
page
make
we
much
ended up
much
on.
progress. We didn't make much. I was on page 164 in verse number 27 probably. Okay, so we are continuing the same reading on Shravana or hearing, the glory of listening to in the Saturday's program, the Catholic, what you call it, the leader,
Priest.
Father Alexei, is actually Greek Orthodox,
Orthodox.
but he is a Roman Catholic under Roman Catholic. So he was saying that their meditation start to listen, to hear the message, what is mentioned in the Bible, to hear that and then try to absorb that, and try to get totally dissolved into that. So this is almost the idea of what we are talking about. Hearing first, listening, and they said that take the Bible verses, some Bible verses.
They are lagging behind.
One, no, not that. That is the way they do. How similar. In Hindu practice, there is some the first is Sravana, listening, and that is when glorified so much that whole Bhagavat is repeatedly quoting about that, the glory of that, and how it improves your mental ability to raise your consciousness into higher level. So they are saying that you, in one breath, you can take one line, one part of the Bible word, and breathe out, and you can think this way. So this way, in and out, it goes on. But you can reflect on that. First listen, then listen. Reading also a part of listening is as in our scripture it is said. And then you can do that listening and then praying and then so I'm seeing that there's so much similarity is there, and if you go there, there's all this apparent distinction which comes because of some idea that rituals are different. But the process to go to God, to be aware of that is almost same. The Islam person, Sufism, they're saying, reflect on what you have done. How did you hurt anyone today? Did you be cause of any pain or suffering to anyone? Try to think how much time you got connected with God. Like that's what they're talking about. If one really is practicing in that line, then actually they come to such a place where there is no Hindu, no Muslim, nothing, no Christian, no Jews. Say these churches which are Afro-American churches, because they are slaves, so they could not express them in any way. So when the church they started their church. They were expressive very way in the church, within the church. That's why they are singing joyous, putting hand like that and oh Lord like that. The joyous expression. So in that expression they forget all the other difficulties of life. So whenever it is all these ideas are given, we see that the commonality of all religion, when it comes to practice and experience, it is all the same. Anyhow, so now let us go to 27, verse number 27. It says, "May the holy man and goddess Ganga know me." Me means who? Parikshit is saying this. Parikshit, for whom this whole Bhagavat started. You remember that story? The king Parikshit.
Right.
The king's name was Parikshit, who was being who has been cursed that he will die within 7 days. No, by the bite of a snake. So that Parikshit now listening to this message, he is saying, "May the holy man and goddess Ganga know me." Me means who? Who is the me? Whose mind is fixed on the Lord, as one who has surrendered myself wholly unto him. That means he is saying that this is the present condition of the king Parikshit is that he is saying, let the holy people who are around, they know, and Holy Mother Ganga know that I am not the old person. My whole heart and soul is now dedicated to the Lord, and I have surrendered to God. Induced by Brahmana, let the treacherous serpent Takshaka bite me. I am unconcerned about it, seeing for me the glories of Hari's excellence. It is like just probably, that means everyone is frightened to die, in spirit, in whatever powerful person, a big powerful person, when it is in the point of gunpoint, he surrenders for safety of life. Fear of death is so much. Here the king Parikshit says, let the venomous serpent, Takshaka is the name of that particular type of serpent, snake, which is very poisonous, that let that bite me, but I won't feel it, because my mind is absorbed so much into God, and my mind has become so withdrawn from everything that if even the venomous poison even poured into the body, I will not feel anything. So that means the power of the listening is being emphasized. That I have listened to the glories of God to such an extent that my mind has been so uplifted that it is no more in the external, the body and the related world. Even the terrible death, or the when poison is gone into the body, it is a terrible pain. No, so I will not feel the pain. So that is the so. May the holy men and goddess Ganga know me, whose mind is fixed on the Lord, as one who has surrendered myself wholly unto him. Induced by Brahmana, let the treacherous serpent Takshaka bite me. Now the time, probably it is at the end point he is saying, when Sukadeva was living 7 days continuous, he listened to the glories. Actually 7 days, there is no reading, writing. He was just listening, putting the question to Sukadeva, and Sukadeva was responding to his questions. So this question answer is going on. And by listening, that is only listening. The glory of listening is such that is induced by the Brahmana, the grace of the Brahmana, it means. Let the treacherous serpent Takshaka, let him bite me. The time has come. I am not making any effort to avoid. Point is that we try to avoid anything which is painful, anything which is not to my liking. I try to avoid that. And death, of course, who likes to go to die? But here is a power come. Power has come. Let the toxicity bite me, and let the death come to me. I am unconcerned about it.
It reminds me of the Buddhist.
Hmm?
The Buddhist.
The practice.
When she stood up and she said, "Congratulations to all of us. You're alive."
Yeah.
And we all laughed.
Yeah.
It was really a surprising thing to say.
Yeah. Sing for me, all the holy people, glories of the. So I am just not afraid. It is not my ego. Look at that. The bhakta will never make a pride of his own. It is not my glory, it is the glory of the Lord, Hari. Because of his grace. See me. My mind is absorbed in God. And because of that absorption, which has happened due to the listening for his words from Shukadeva for 7 continuous days and nights, I forgot the whole world. So even let death come. And you Brahmins all glorify the name of God. Don't think it's my glory. I am such a great devotee. It's not my. The ego is zero. See, this is the point. Whatever path you follow, ego is the only barrier, no? Last barrier. So many barriers, but ego is the last barrier. I will do. I will try it. I will do it. That may be at the beginning is good, but it does not continue and it does not end there. Note, the allusion is to the well-known story of Raja Parikshit, who was for some misdeed cursed by a sage that he would die within 7 days, bitten by the serpent Takshaka. So the king prepared himself for death. That's why Hindu culture is that. Nowadays things have changed, but they used to, in Buddhism also, they prepare for death. You are now, that day I went to one meeting in a Buddhist with the police chief and others, how to create a beloved community and this and that. So Buddhist is now over 69 or something. We are talking, taking tea and talking. Then he said, I was talking so many days. Everything is momentary. Now I have taken a different view of life. I am now 69. So the death is sitting here on my shoulder. I have changed my course now. And what did you do? I am now reflecting more on the momentariness, sitting, contemplating more, and the activity level which I was engaged, I am reducing that. He is preaching side. He was preaching to school, college, this, that, Buddhism. He is a PhD also. So he was very familiar with the other groups. So when we met many times. So he's saying, prepared himself for death. To prepare ourselves for death. Death is not a very